This video is sponsored by OneFootball app. OneFootball app is the best football app in the whole world, which gives you the latest news, scores, live commentary, live tracking, player ratings, everything from the Premier League, Champions League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, all the leagues in the world. It gives the latest coverage, latest updates, latest everything. It's a must download for all the football fans, honestly speaking. One of the best football app in the whole world. So download the OneFootball app in the given link below. Description it is given, it is mentioned. Click on the link and download the OneFootball app and get your latest scores, videos, upcoming fixtures and everything related to football. If you are a football fan, then this OneFootball app is a must download. From failing to qualify for the 2018 World Cup to winning the Euros in 2020, becoming the European champions in 2020, Italy has come a long way. And they thoroughly deserve to be champions. They thoroughly deserve to be champions. And honestly speaking, this tournament, they were the best team. They were the best team. And coming through the knockout stages, they have defeated Belgium, who were in the golden generation. Golden generation Belgium, they avoided Belgium. Then they have defeated Spain, who were brilliant, absolutely brilliant on that day. But still, they have managed to win that match. And they have beaten England. They have beaten England in front of English fans, in front of 75,000 English fans. They have beaten England. That is a big achievement, and it is only possible due to the manager, Roberto Don Mancini. It was only possible because of Roberto Don Mancini. He has completely transformed Italy. Before he has come in, Italians were playing like a bullock cart football. They were playing bullock cart football, old style football. They were playing. But after Roberto Mancini has come, he has completely transformed the playing style of the players. Then this is the first time I'm seeing that Italians are playing without a back three. They are playing four at the back. Full positional football they are playing, rather than just score a goal, get the lead and defense at the back, defend. Rather than they are playing positional football and they are having the motivation to attack. And he has cancelled out many of the players like De Rossi, senior players. Then Gabbiadini he has cancelled out. Then he has cancelled out Buffon. He told Buffon to retire and brought in few different set of players and completely changed and transformed this Italian side. That's a sign of a world-class coach. That's a sign of a world-class manager. And I think in the current international standard, means international football, I think he is the only world-class manager. He is the only world-class manager because he was successful at the club level also, and he's successful now with the Italian team also. Who would have thought? People were saying before the tournament that Italians are the dark horses. But after playing the first match, I said that they are not the dark horses. They are one of the favorites to win the tournament. They can win the tournament, I said. No longer dark horses. And people were saying after they finished first in the group, Italians were not tested against a stronger opposition, they were saying. Not tested against stronger opposition. They have defeated Belgium, Spain and now England. What more tougher opposition you want? And yesterday the difference was the battle between a world-class manager, proper manager who knows his tactics, who knows his football, and a manager who believes in black magic. Just in black magic. Experiment, do black magic and believe in God and win the matches. That was the difference. That was the difference between Mancini and Southgate. Really, some of the substitutions Southgate has made was really atrocious to say the least. Atrocious. It was atrocious. Oh my God, where to start? First of all, England for the first 30 minutes of the match, what a goal by Luke Shaw. What a goal, what a start. They were absolutely dominating in the defense, in the midfield, in the attack. They were dominating. They made Italians shell-shocked. For the first 30 minutes. They couldn't capitalize after that. Why they couldn't capitalize? Because after taking the lead, the tactics is like Millwall FC football, then Middlesbrough football, then a relegated side football. The tactics is sit at the back and counter attack and invite lots and lots of pressure on us. That is the tactics of Southgate. It was working. Against Ukraine, it was working. Then it was working against Denmark, it was working. Then it worked against Germany. Somehow it worked against Germany because Germany defense was pathetic. But Italian's defense is solid. Italian midfield is brilliant. Italian attack is average, not great. But midfield and defense is solid. Italians. It didn't work. It will not work all the time. Black magic doesn't work all the time. Black magic doesn't work all the time. Really, people are saying that England has lost the match at the penalties. England has lost the match in the penalties. No, they didn't lose the match in penalties, man. They lost the match in the mind. They have lost the match in the mind. Italians were mentally stronger. Italians were mentally stronger. They have lost the match in the mind. They couldn't capitalize on their strengths. This England side's current strength is attack. So many attacking players they have, like Sancho, they have Rashford, they have, then they have Foden, then they have Grealish, then they have Sterling. Sterling was brilliant. Then they have so many options they have. But Southgate doesn't utilize them properly. Honestly speaking, he doesn't utilize them properly. After the brilliant first half, honestly speaking, after the brilliant first half, full dominating performance, in the second half, England couldn't even get hold of the ball, man. They couldn't even get hold of the ball properly. Forget about stringing the passes together. They couldn't even get hold of the ball. They were inviting pressure after pressure after pressure after pressure. And Italians had totally 20 attempts on goal. 20 attempts on goal and 6 shots on target. Whereas England had totally 5 shots on goal and only 1 shot on target the whole match. Only 1 shot on target, and that on target became a goal. That's all they had. That's all they had. Really. And even after getting dominated and humiliated by Italy in the second half, he didn't bring on Grealish. He didn't bring on Grealish, and he waited too long for the substitution. He waited too long. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Change. What are you waiting for? Some funeral you're waiting for, or what? Are you waiting for a funeral? And really, the blame has to go on Southgate for this final loss. Yes, he has managed this team very well and brought them to the finals and created the history. But after getting the lead, full home support is with you, full crowd is with you, full momentum is with you. After that, absolutely bottling it and inviting pressure after pressure after pressure and not capitalizing on that momentum, really, you have to bring it on the manager. Bring it on the manager. That manager, very same manager who was a player in 1996, same shit happened. Same venue. 1996, Alan Shearer, first 3 minutes against Germany. First 3 minutes, Alan Shearer scored. Then Germany came back, match went on to the penalties, and Southgate only missed the final penalty. It was 4-all and Southgate missed the penalty, and Germany won the match and went to the finals and went on to win the Euros. That same thing happened. Same crunch situation in England, absolutely bottled it. So he might know from the history. You should learn from the history. It should have been on his mind. But instead, he invited pressure after pressure after pressure and failed to capitalize. Why go to the penalties on the first place? You answer. Why go to the penalties on the first place? Why not bring Grealish earlier? Why not bring these 2 black magic substitution yesterday? 2 black magic substitution. This is called a black magic substitution. Sancho and Rashford. Black magic substitution. Bringing them on the 118th minute and expecting some black magic. It's like not studying for the exam and next day on the exam expecting distinction. Pass with distinction without studying in the exam, like that. What type of atrocious, that was an atrocious substitution. Simply adding pressure on those youngsters. Unnecessary pressure on the youngsters. Rashford, that penalty I think was his second touch on the whole match. And Sancho's penalty was the first touch in his whole match. How can they score a penalty? How can they score? How can they score a penalty without even getting proper touches? Without even having the confidence, without even having the game time, how can they score a penalty, you tell me? How can they score a penalty? Why Raheem Sterling, man in form, who has been in form, who has much game time, who had the highest game time for England this tournament, didn't even take the penalty? Why he didn't take the penalty, God only knows. He's 26. Saka is just kid, 19 years old. Why Luke Shaw, who scored the goal, didn't take the penalty? He should have taken the penalty. Luke Shaw should have taken the penalty. So the coach who made the penalty decision must be taken the responsibility. Don't blame the players, but blame the manager for the defeat yesterday. The manager should be blamed, really. He has a Lamborghini, but he doesn't know to drive it. Pickford goalkeeper was superb, no blame to him. Donnarumma also this tournament, he was absolutely superb. PSG got a goalie on his hand. Goalie on their hands, man. They have a goalie on their hands. They can win the Champions League maybe, PSG, with Donnarumma at the back of the goal. He's absolutely spectacular. spectacular. Whole tournament he was superb. I think he was the player of the tournament, Donnarumma. Superb player, Donnarumma. But Pickford also in the penalty shootout, he was really very good. He was really good. He saved two penalties, man. He saved Jorginho's penalty. Who's specialist in penalty, he saved Jorginho's penalty and brought England back in the match. I thought after Jorginho scores, Italy wins the match and that Saka doesn't even get a chance. But he saved and brought England to the match. But really the atrocious, I thought Raheem Sterling will take that penalty, fifth penalty, or Luke Shaw will come and take the penalty. But Saka came in. Really sad, man, sad, really sad. It's really sad for Saka. It's really sad for Sancho. It's really sad for Rashford because of the manager's bad decision making, bad gambling, and black magic. Because of that only, England has lost. England has lost. The only way England can win a major tournament is by chucking out this negative attitude. This negative attitude of taking the lead and sitting back and inviting pressure after pressure and adding additional pressure to the players. This has to stop. This negative attitude has to stop. This is the main reason why no English manager in the history of the universe has ever won the Premier League. No English manager till now has won the Premier League. No English manager till now. Because of this attitude only. Because of this attitude. This attitude is not three lions attitude. This is not three lions. This is three kittens attitude. Three kittens on the shirt, not three lions on the shirt. Like three kittens they have played in the second half. Like three kittens.